Happy days are here again, the skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now, there's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again. Your cares and troubles are gone. There'll be no more from now on. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
Hi, and welcome to the History of Rotary Scout Reservation. I'm your host, Ed Keelan, and I'll be taking you through a history of camp. Today we begin Part 2, the 1920s and 1930s. Not a lot is known about the camp during this time period, as there aren't many people left who camped at this time. Ralph Lum Gifford was one, but unfortunately my interest in the history of the camp began after his passing. To begin, we know as stated in Part 1 that the original property was purchased and donated to the Troy Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America in 1922. Summer camp was operated for the first time in the summer of 1923. The original entrance to the camp was different from the current route. Let's walk in following the original road. As you can see, the road went in near the current ranger residence, Bush Lodge, and then headed down the road that leads to Seek, Dearborn, and the private camps at the south end of the lake. It turns off the road, however, and follows the current red trail. While we're walking, let me give you a little background information. Little is known about the program of the 1920s and 30s, but based on the program from the 1950s, it was probably much different from the program we know today. Essentially, troops ran their own programs and utilized specialists provided by the camp to help them implement that. So instead of scouts traveling around camp in buddy pairs working on merit badges, troops generally ran their own program for their entire unit. In case you're unfamiliar with this part of camp, this is Shindaku on the left, and Algonquin on the right. We're coming up on the dining hall in the Joe Grizz Uline family picnic area. From the records we do have, troops ate in the dining hall. There was a stone building located on the site of the current health lodge. We believe this may have been the original dining hall. It was replaced, however, in the early 1930s by a building that looked very much like the current Seneca Lodge. In fact, the stone fireplace in Seneca is the original dining hall fireplace. A Troy Record article from the 1940s states that scouts cut ice off the lake and stored it in the ice house to be used for refrigeration during the summer. Troops also likely stayed in cabins rather than tents. There were 2 cabins located on the flat area between the current trading post and the waterfront. There were 3 located at the current 4 corners. They're visible in this photo. That's the roof of the dining hall in the background. 4 of these buildings had half walls that were screened on the top half, but had wooden shutters, like you'd see on the ice house, that could close the building up for inclement weather or for the winter. These buildings were taken down during the 1970s when Seek, Dearborn, and Prue Hayman lodges were all built. As for program, the only thing we know for sure is that there was a waterfront. An article from the Troy Observer has several pictures of this. The waterfront was actually located just south of its current location, between where it is now and the fishing dock. I remember seeing a photo that Ralph Gifford had, and it showed a very large wooden slide going into the lake. This would have been in the late 1920s. The article shows programs that included swim instruction, troop swims, and interestingly enough, a form of scuba diving. In the upcoming parts covering from the 1940s through the present, I will be showing how the program evolved and built on these earlier versions.